What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Game Night YouTube channel. In today's video, guys, we are continuing our adventure in the final installment with the Gnome Cutthroat of the Beetle. Guys, we're going to the Spire of Zogar, man. This is going to be it, dudes. We're going to go to the final boss of Iron Helm. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if we can make it through the dungeon alive, that is, and reach Zogar. Guys, I'm super excited, man. It has been a blast playing this character. We've been issued a challenge in the last few videos. I had recorded them all pretty much back to back, so I wasn't able to check at the time, but since those recordings, I believe it is Highban. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing your name right, dude. Yeah, Highban was the one that was like, I challenge you to pick only the moral options for the plot cards and the dungeon cards. So that's what we've been doing as the Gnome Cutthroat. I know it's kind of weird because he's a cutthroat, you know what I mean? But he's of the beetle. His star sign is of the beetle, and that's a positive moral star sign according to the game. You start with positive morality, so it kind of makes sense. So we're going to continue that in today's playthrough, of course, and keep the theme of this character rolling. We're only going to do the positive morality choices, which definitely makes the game more difficult, but we've made it this far, so let's see if we can do it, man. Let's see if we can complete Highban's challenge and get all the way through the game. Cool, there was also somebody else who also issued that challenge, and I can't remember your name off the top of my head, but yeah, this is for both you guys. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get everything set up here. First of all, we're going to take a pit stop at the Lonely Troll. So the Lonely Troll, it says in between adventures, you find rest at the Lonely Troll, where you may do the following. Refresh your health and energy to their starting levels and remove all poison. I've gone ahead and done that. It also says you may spend your gold on any items in the trappings deck, and you may trade in any remaining enemy cards as trophies, gaining 1 gold each. And the only remaining trophy we have is the boss from the last playthrough, Militia. So we're going to go ahead and trade in her head for 1 gold, and we've got to track it on this D20 over here because we've got all of the gold tokens in the game, and we're up to 19 on that D20 right there. So we're about to need another die. Okay, and then we could buy trappings from the trappings deck, but I'm good. We don't need anything. We're decked out. We're going to go over a character here in just a moment, too. We could see if there's somebody else hanging out at the Lonely Troll. We do have Matilda with us, but just for fun, we'll see who's hanging out at the Lonely Troll today. And we've got Godfrey. Godfrey says, as a brother of the Red Cloth, Godfrey seeks to rid the world of the undead evils that lurk in dark places. His knowledge of the undead will gain you +2 to the sum of your attack rolls against them. Undead enemies, of course. And when at the altar location, Godfrey will pray, gaining you 2 energy, and you may also take an additional action for yourself. That's really good. It says, whenever you defeat a foe that is not undead, Godfrey loses 1 morale, and you also may not take an action on a plot card that would lower your morale on the morality tracker. That's kind of cool. We're already doing that, but that's neat that that's kind of built into the game. But you know what, guys? We've already got Matilda. I think we're just going to keep rolling with Matilda and bid Godfrey farewell. And yeah, we'll leave him behind at the Lonely Troll. So I'll set those cards aside. Also, Matilda has 3 morale right now, and she can have up to 4. But I believe on Matilda's card, it says she loses 1 morale every time you lose 3 or more health, and her morale cannot be regained by paying her additional gold. So it's just going to stay at 3 right there. Cool. So we're going to go over our character real quick. Of course, we're the Gnome Cutthroat of the Beetle. Our race ability says that you begin your adventure with 1 potion of your choice. I don't know if that means the entire adventure or each individual adventure. I would kind of assume it means each individual adventure, because, you know, the other characters have race abilities that you can use more frequently. So I'm going to play it that way. I think I forgot to do it the last couple times. So we're going to draw, it says of your choice. Oh, that's insane. Okay, well then we're going to start with a healing potion. No, we're going to start with an antidote. We're going to drop the Spark Bomb potion to pick it up. We're going to shuffle that in a moment here. And we're going to end up drinking this antidote to cure ourselves of all of these afflictions. Cocksure, Gold Lust, and Enfeeblement. 1 antidote will cure all of your afflictions, whereas a health potion will cure only 1 affliction. Cool. And then, of course, we've got Matilda by our side. It says that she is an apprentice. Let me bring this closer to my face so I can actually read it. Matilda is an apprentice alchemist and a good cook. All attacking potions do 1 extra damage, and health potions heal for 1 extra health. And when at the campsite, she will automatically take the cook action using her own food, gaining you 1 extra energy and 1 extra health, and you may choose to take an additional action for yourself. And as mentioned, she loses 1 morale every time you take 3 or more damage, and you cannot increase her morale by paying her gold. Cool stuff. And then we've got a boatload of skills. We've got Sixth Sense, which I believe we started the adventure with. We've got Parry, Shield Block, Axe Mastery, Dodge, Fortitude, and Berserk. I think Berserk might have been the last one that we got last time. It's been a few days since my last playthrough of the game. Berserk says you may spend 2 health to add an additional die to your attack roll and add 5 damage if you throw your axe. So we can add some more dice rolls by spending 2 health. Cool. There we go. And then our gear. So we dropped the ice hack last time, which was a very tough decision for me to make, but I felt like it was cool to finally pick up this weapon that I have seen so many times in the dungeons of Iron Helm, but I don't think I've ever actually picked up, maybe once ever, is the Greedy Zweihander. It says you may add an additional die to your attack roll at the cost of 1 gold, and we have boatloads of gold, so this is definitely going to come in handy. We've got the scale armor. You guys know that one already. Best armor in the game. And then, of course, we've got our newly acquired antidote that's going to get rid of all of these afflictions that we've got down here. So we're at 3, 6, 7 right now on our encumbrance. Normally we can hold up to 9, but we've got this enfeeblement affliction down here, which is causing us to lose 2 carry capacity. So it's gone from 9 down to 7. So that's the overview of our character heading into the dungeon, guys. And we're heading into the final adventure, the final dungeon, the Spire of Zogar. Dim light shone from the crescent moon as you ascended the final steps to the platform upon the top of the cursed spire. You felt the company of a wicked and dark force. As you gained your footing, your eyes darted back and forth into the shadows formed by the jagged peaks. Your heart sank as a form emerged from the blackness. It was he, the tormentor of your spirit, the tyrant of shadows, the burner of toast, Zogar himself, dude. It says to remove the following cards from the base game and replace them with the cards found in this adventure pack. So the enemies that I removed are the skinklings, goblins, wolves, and flying snakes, and I remembered to do it this time before hitting record. And the plots I removed are the prisoner, the old woman, and the hid inn. And it says also add all the cards for the Beasts and Burdens pack to the game, including the affliction cards. Well, we've already been using those all adventure anyway, and of course the boss at the end is Zogar. I mention this every time. Womp womp. There's no unique map on the back of this card, unfortunately. I'm going to set it off to the side. So what I like to do instead lately is flip this one over because there is an alternate dungeon on the other side, and this will be our Spire of Zogar. I like to imagine that this is the spire, this is the tower that we're working our way toward. We're going to go with that. So we're going to start at 1 down this way, and we're going to work our way over there. So let's go ahead and get all the decks of cards shuffled up. So as normal with these added adventures, with these extra adventures, you get some unique cards added in. So there's going to be some new plot cards. I want to say there's like 5 plots, whereas in the other adventures, there's 3 extra plots. So there's a couple more extra ones in this one. Also, there's no extra potions. None of the adventures add extra potions. So we just got our standard health, poison, ice shard, spark bomb, and holy water potions in there. But there is some new loot. We do have some new loot that got added in, so that's cool. From my experience, I don't think any of the loot in this adventure is that great, unfortunately. So we're probably not going to end up replacing anything that we already have, unless it's just for fun. You know, it could be cool too, man. Maybe we do a run. Ooh, this would be a cool challenge. Maybe, I just thought of this off the top of my head. Maybe we do a run where every time we get loot, we have to replace the loot that we have with whatever we get. Would you guys want to see that? Let me know down in the comments below. That sounds like it'd be kind of a fun challenge. So like, yeah, if we pick up like a new weapon, we've got to drop what we have for the new weapon. Or if we pick up an armor, we've got to drop the armor we have for the new armor. Same thing for potions. Dude, that could get that could get kind of crazy. That could get kind of crazy. I feel like it would make it really difficult, but that would be a fun challenge. And then it would kind of force us to use some items that we normally don't get to see because we just keep the best in slot items all the time. Because, of course, the game is tough, right? There's a lot of luck involved. You're drawing cards, you're rolling dice, so you want to maximize your odds of winning by using the best stuff, obviously. But that means that sometimes you don't get to see, or most of the time, you don't get to see a lot of the other items in the game. So that could be a fun challenge. Let me know down in the comments below if you dig that. Okay, we're going to shuffle up the dungeon deck. And of course, we're still using the Howling Abyss. We got to stick with this deck since we've played the rest of the adventure with it. We'll stick with this deck. I wonder if it'd be cool too. Oh no, you know what? We wouldn't be able to do it unless I put the cards in different sleeves. I was going to say, I wonder what it'd be like if you mixed both the dungeon decks together. I'd have to do that if I put the cards in sleeves that were like, you know, matte, like colored on the back or something. That way I couldn't see what we were going to get. But yeah, something to think about. Okay, all that is good to go. And then finally, we're going to shuffle up the blessing tokens. Oh, and I just remembered too, I forget to do this every time at the Lonely Troll until I'm like already in the dungeon. You're supposed to get rations and gold equal to what's printed on your class card. So for the Cutthroat, we get 1 ration and 2 gold. Also, I've mentioned this before, but it's important to note that you're supposed to get rid of all your rations between adventures. So even if you had like 10 rations, when you go to the Lonely Troll, you got to get rid of all of them. And then we get 2 gold as well. So we are at 19. So we're going to go up to 20. And then I'm going to grab this die over here, and we're going to start adding to it. I've got a D12. So we're going to put that right there. Dude, we've got so much gold. If we can get out of here alive, man, we're going to get a really good score at the end. I already forgot what my score was from last time. Maybe somebody can let me know if you remember. Okay, guys, here we go. It takes a little bit of preamble, a little bit of setup to get into the game, but we're finally ready to go. We're going to head in. Did I shuffle this one? I think I did. Yeah, I shuffled this. We're going to head into the Spire of Zogar, level 1, as our Gnome, Cutthroat, or the Beetle. Here we go, guys. Can we make it all the way to the end? What do we got? First room of the dungeon. What do you think it's going to be? Place your bets now. Skirmish? A Savage Encounter. I think it's been that card like every time so far. I kind of want to push my luck. Man, didn't we lose our magic ring and lamp or something last time? Oh, man, because of the stupid enfeeblement? That's so brutal. You know what we're going to do? Okay, let's resolve this first. I'm going to push my luck. Okay, good. Into treasure. That's a good way to start. This chest must have been forgotten to time, as it is brimming with loot. We can draw a loot card and 1 potion card, or we can gain a D6, or we can gain D6 gold, rather, and 1 ration. I'm going to drink my antidote right now, and that is going to cure us of all of these afflictions. Let's discard all of these things over here. Also, I'm going to shuffle up the remaining afflictions. I could talk. And we're going to put those over here, like so. There we go. Cool. So we're going to get... I'm going to do the first one. We're going to draw a loot card and a potion card. So we're now down to 6 encumbrance, and we can hold 9 again. So our loot card is... Can we get something new? We cannot, but this is still pretty cool. A field guide. Gain an additional ration whenever you enter the mushroom grove. Okay. And we get a potion. What will it be? A health potion. Amazing. So good. Love to see that. Okay. Awesome. Great way to start out. Let's go to room number 2. We've got an ambush, and we're going to do it. You catch your foe by surprise and gain the upper hand. Draw an enemy card and ignore their initial damage. Add 3 damage to your first attack and add the dungeon level to the enemy's health. So 1 to the health of an undead archer. Okay, so he's got 5 HP. Sorry for the gnawing sound too, by the way, guys. Ziggy is down there going to freaking town on his bone. Like, he is just going off on his bone right now. You guys hopefully might not be able to hear that. It says you may not defend against initial damage. We're not worried about that because we're attacking first. I'm going to spend 1 energy and we're doing +3 damage. So you know what? It says that you may add an additional die to your attack roll at the cost of 1 gold. Let's do that. We'll spend 1 of these. We'll spend this gold right here and we get to roll 2 dice. And we get to add 3 to our roll. So he's dead no matter what. And oh my god, it's a good thing that I did that. Are you kidding me? 2 + 3. Dudes, can't make it up. 2 + 3 is 5. He is dead. Holy crap. Insane. He's got a treasure class of 1 and he gives us a gold. So we'll pick up the gold. And treasure class of 1. So we'll gain a loot. And it is a cinder blade. Damn, I really want to drop the greedy. I really want to drop the Greedy's Wayhander. I really want to drop the Greedy's Wayhander to pick up the Cinderblade, man. Oh, guys. I mean, I did use it. I did technically use it. No, being able to use gold to roll extra dice is, like, pretty insane, right? Oh, but, man, the Cinderblade is so insane. Attack results is 6 deal 7 +3 to the sum of your attack roll versus enemies weak to fire. I'm picking up the Cinderblade, guys, I think. Am I? I feel like we barely even got to use this, though. Oh, man, this is so difficult. You can add an additional die to your attack roll at the cost of 1 gold. I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do. It's so hard to pass up the Cinderblade because it's so good. I gotta pick it up. I gotta pick it up. Let's go with the Cinderblade. Yeah, it's too cool, man. It's too good of a weapon. Now, if we find a shield or a buckler, we can use it too. If we find the Talhofer buckler, we could use that with the Greedy Zweihander, but yeah. Okay, we at least got to use it, right? We got to use it once. Okay, that was cool. And then we get this dude over here in our discard pile, like so. Let's keep on going. We got an Archangel. A flash of holy light causes you to freeze. When the brightness fades, you see the form of a woman with large wings. She has come to judge your deeds. Check your placement on the morality tracker and refer to the chart below. Well, we've got 5, positive 5 on the morality tracker. I know, guys, can you believe it? We would gain 4 health, but we're already maxed out. So we'll just pass right on through. Keep on going. We got a labyrinth. Ew. I kind of want to push my luck. I'm gonna push my luck. Ooh, into the false idol. Your eyes lock onto a huge evil statue carved into the wall. It is begging to be worshipped. What shall you do? Well, we got to do the good thing. Ignore the false idol, move up 1 space on the morality tracker, and lose 1 health. So we're already maxed out on the morality track, so we're just going to lose 1 HP. Keep on going. We got an arrow trap. We're going to do it, because we've got dodge. It says, your curiosity with the ruby-eyed statue comes at a cost. We rolled a 5, which is gain 0 poison. Nice. Okay, so we didn't even need dodge. Very, very good. We've got a skirmish. Kind of want to push my luck here, guys, but we haven't seen many skirmishes. So we're probably going to push into one. Should I just do it? I'm going to push my luck. Into an ambush, and check it out, guys. We got 6 cents. Once per dungeon level, you may avoid an ambush. So we're going to go ahead and tap that to the side, like so, and avoid this ambush. Very good. I was hoping that it would be an ambush. We got the campsite. Hey, you have spied a relatively quiet location to set up camp. It will not be long before you attract attention to yourself. Choose one of the following actions. We can cook, search, or rest. Matilda is going to automatically cook for us, gaining us 1 health and 1 ration, or 1 energy rather. Can you believe it, dude? That is sick. So we're going to go ahead and search. We're going to gain 1 ration and 1 gold. So we'll gain a ration and we'll gain a gold. We got the campsite. Hey, you have spied a relatively quiet location to set up camp. It will not be long before you attract attention to yourself. Choose one of the following actions. We can cook, search, or rest. Matilda is going to automatically cook for us, gaining us 1 health and 1 ration, or 1 energy rather. Can you believe it, dude? That is sick. So we're going to go ahead and search. We're going to gain 1 ration and 1 gold. So we'll gain a ration and we'll gain a gold. We got the campsite. Hey, you have spied a relatively quiet location to set up camp. It will not be long before you attract attention to yourself. Choose one of the following actions. We can cook, search, or rest. Matilda is going to automatically cook for us, gaining us 1 health and 1 ration, or 1 energy rather. Can you believe it, dude? That is sick. So we're going to go ahead and search. We're going to gain 1 ration and 1 gold. So we'll gain a ration and we'll gain a gold. We got the campsite. Hey, you have spied a relatively quiet location to set up camp. It will not have seen the merchant yet. Oh my god, that could have easily been a skirmish too, or another ambush or something, but dang, dude. Or a skirmish, I think, yeah. I think there's only 2 ambushes in this deck. Well, now I want to know. I think the deck only has 2 ambushes. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there are 3, so it could have been an ambush. I got lucky though, man. Amazing. I'm glad I followed my instinct, my intuition there. Deep in the dungeon seems like a strange place to set up shop, but who are you to question his sanity? You may take any number of the following actions. Buy, sell, or trade. So he's going to have 2. No, he's going to have 3 loot and 2 potions. So, dude, please don't have a mimic. These guys always have mimics. He's got a fate coin. Oh, he's got a new item, the cultist cloak. He's got a shield. Let's go. I'm glad I picked up the cinder blade. He's got 2 potions, spark bomb and ice shard. Nice, dude, and I've got some gold on me, bro. I've got so much gold right now. So we got 2, 5, 6, 7. So we're actually up to 7. This weighs 3. So I'm going to sell him the field guide for 1. You can go ahead and have that, sir. So we're going to go up to 3 on this die, but then I'm going to spend 4 to get this. So this is going to go away, and this is going to go down to 19. Like so. And I'll just keep this, down here off to the side. We'll probably need it again. Cool. So I'm going to buy the shield. We'll set that over here. It says subtract 1 from both initial damage and counter strikes. It weighs 3. So we've got 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 3 is 8 plus 1 is 9. So we're at our maximum encumbrance of 9. Also, for those who aren't aware, we can check out the cultist cloak. It weighs 2, it goes on your head, and it says once per dungeon level, you may avoid any conflict with an enemy with 5 or less base health. This can definitely be useful if you're running really low on health or energy and you really just need to get to the boss. So this is pretty good. But I don't want to drop anything else that I have in order to pick this up. So maybe if we had a character that was able to hold more, we would go for that, but the gnome isn't able to, unfortunately. We could buy the fate coin, and we're going to. It costs 2, so we're going to, you know what? I'm just going to spend 2 gold from here. There we go. We'll get them back. It weighs 0, so we can pick this up, and it says when asked to draw a plot card, you discard the fate coin to draw 2 plot cards, and then you pick one, and you discard the other one. Really, really useful. And then he can keep his potions. We don't have enough room to hold those. And that's the end of level 1. Dude, that was sick. What a cool way to end the level right there with the merchant at the end. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to shuffle these up. We're going to get ready for level 2. And, oops, I've got phone noises. Let me mute my phone real quick, guys. I usually remember to do that. There we go. Mute that real quick. Okay, let's get this nice and mixed up. There we go. Ready for level 2. We're going to eat a ration in between levels. We are going to gain an energy back for doing so. We've got no poison. We're going to move into level 2. We're going to draw a plot card, and it is... Yes, it's a new one. It's called the Wicked One. You are met in the clearing by a shadowy figure. As you reach for your weapon, the figure extends his hand upwards in a gesture of peace. You keep some distance between yourself and the cloaked figure as he speaks. It must be such a burden to carry those blessings from the dying gods. I can carry them for you. We can sell our blessings that we don't have, or you can trade blessings that we don't have, or we can walk away. Womp, womp, womp. You know better than to make deals with the Dark One. Gain 1 icon. Nice. Okay, so we couldn't do that because we don't have any blessing tokens. Dang. It says that you may trade 1 blessing token for either 2 gold or 1 ration, or you may trade 2 blessing tokens for 1 potion. That's actually pretty cool. I think I might have seen this one before. That one's pretty cool. Only 1 icon makes me a little nervous, but okay. We're moving into level 2 of the... Oh, you know what I just realized, guys? We got the fate coin. I was supposed to look at 2 plot cards. Hold on. Let's back it up. Because it doesn't say you may. It says when asked to draw a plot card, discard the fate coin to draw 2 plot cards. I usually forget to use this. Or sometimes I forget and then I realize right at the last second. So we're actually supposed to draw 2, and oh my god, it's another new one. Let's do this one. The trap stag. I've never seen this one. And it's going to give us 2 eyes. Let's do this one. That didn't happen. Don't worry about that. You hear the noises of an animal in distress long before your eyes can make out what is going on. A white stag is in the clearing, and it looks as if his rear leg is caught in between 2 rocks. He notices you and freezes. We can release the animal, or time for a feast. We can't do this one, but let's see what this one would have been. You quickly dispose of the startled creature and prepare a feast. Gain 3 health and 2 energy, but move down 2 spots on the morality tracker. Who freaking cares about moving down? 3 health and 2 energy? That's insanely good. Wow. But we got to do this. You slowly walk over to the stag and lay your hand on his forehead, and he seems to calm down. You then spend a moment to work his leg out of the rocks. His leg is bloody, but it will heal. As soon as he is free, he leaps off into the darkness with a slight limp. Move up 2 spots on the morality tracker and gain a blessing token. We're as high as we can go, but we do gain a blessing token. That's cool. At least we don't lose anything. Lots of times the good moral choices are, as far as the game goes and trying to optimize your chances of winning, I usually say that they're the bad choice, the wrong choice to pick, because they usually come at a cost. Like, they'll let you move up on the morality track, but it'll be like, then lose an energy or lose 2 health or, you know what I mean? Something like you lose something. So, trust me, guys, I am like the biggest pacifist empath you'll probably ever meet in your life. I literally save like little bugs all the time. Like, so I'm one of those people. Like, if I see a roach, I'll literally scoop it up in a cup and like throw it outside, or like a spider. Like, yeah, I love to save little animals and little insects and stuff like that. So I'm a different person in Iron Helm than I am in real life, because in Iron Helm I'm trying to win. So most of the time it's better to do the bad thing. But yeah, it would be cool if doing the good thing gave you better rewards than doing the bad thing, almost, because it feels good to do the good thing. It doesn't feel good to do the bad thing. It's better gameplay wise. So we're going to do the good thing. We gain a blessing token. So that's good. I like that. That's actually a good one. And then we gain 2 icons. Nice. So that's better than the 1 that we would have gained from the Wicked One plot card right there. Okay. Now we're ready to go into level 2. Now that we've used our fake coin, and boom, a clearing. Anything can happen in a clearing. From a clearing into another clearing. Dude, another new one. This is amazing. They all got clumped up at the top. The old bridge. A large chasm spans the clearing, and there is no way around it except for an old rope bridge. On closer examination, you wonder if it can hold your weight. Lighten your load or test the ropes. Ew. If we lighten our load, it says remove items from your inventory so that your encumbrance is no higher than 8. We're at 6, 8, 9. Ooh, or if we test the ropes, we're going to lose 2 health and 1 energy. You know what? We would end up having to use the health potion to heal anyway, and we're going to lose an energy. So in the second way, we would no longer have our health potion and we'd lose an energy. In the first way, we would just have to get rid of our health potion but keep the energy. So you go through everything you are carrying and make a pile of items to leave behind. You then are able to cross the bridge without any issues. Remove items from your inventory so that your encumbrance is no higher than 8. Discard those items. So we're at 8. We're no higher than 8. Unfortunately, we're going to discard this health potion. That would have been nice. It is a potion? Yeah. And the reason I say that is because there are health potions in the loot deck too. Some of the health potions are actually in the loot deck. And then we're going to gain 2 icons. So we go up to 4. Nice, dude. Back-to-back double icon plots. I'll take it. Okay, let's keep on going. We lost our health potion, unfortunately. We got a labyrinth here. Also, we get our 6th sense skill back. And I'm going to slide my shield up underneath here like so. There we go. Do we want to push our luck? I feel like it might be a skirmish. I'm going to do it, though. Dude, guys, I'm like freaking psychic or something. What is happening? You are taken off guard and stumble for your weapon. Draw an enemy card and add the dungeon level +4 to their health. Gain 1 extra bonus gold if you defeat this enemy. Okay, I think I might have forgot to do that whenever I push into a skirmish in one of the other playthroughs, but it's okay. We've got 1 billion gold. So draw an enemy card and add the dungeon level +4 to their health. So 6 to the health of, please be a pit trap, a zombie. Oh, okay, so he's got 8 health, and zombies do not inflict initial damage. So we get to attack first, even though it's a skirmish. I am going to spend... Ooh, I might spend 3, I think. Ooh, I don't know. If I do 2, we basically need to win the 50-50 on both dice. He doesn't do much damage, and we're going to block a lot of his damage. So maybe we just do it for 2 and try to conserve an energy. Let's do that. We might actually get lucky and kill him. Let's see if we can one-shot him. Dude, let's go. 11. Yep, completely crush him. He's dead. Okay, so he's got a treasure class of 1. So we can either get a loot or a gold. I kind of want to draw a loot because we might draw into that health potion that I was just talking about. Ooh, or a ration. That's actually even better. You may discard this card to regain 2 energy. So we're going to discard it. We're going to gain 2 energy back. We're only down 1. We get the zombie in our graveyard, and we've got 3. And we could trade them in for a bronze skill, since as our of the beetle star sign makes us a brawn character. There's only dual wield left. You may equip a dagger in your offhand, gaining +2 to the sum of your attack rolls. Now, we're not going to want that because we've got the shield, and I don't want to have to go through the whole loot deck trying to find a dagger. So we're going to try to go for one outside of our proficiency. So we're going to need 2 more enemies in the grave over there. So we'll set that back there, and we'll move deeper in. And we got an arrow trap. It says your curiosity with the ruby-eyed statue comes at a cost. I think we're going to do it because we've got dodge. So let's go ahead and roll. And crap, we rolled a 2, gained 2 poison, but with dodge, we gain 1 less. So we're only going to gain 1 poison. That still sucks, though. All right, not too bad. Let's keep going deeper. Cool, dude. We found another campsite. So Matilda is going to cook us a meal. So she's going to heal us for 1 energy and 1 health. We're already at max health, but we get our energy back. And I guess we could just search, man. We're going to get a ration and a gold. So we go up to 2 rations. Boom, gain a gold back. Keep going deeper. Always love finding the campsite. We're getting lucky there. Dude, let's go. You find an open chest that has been recently looted. A single coin remains. Gain 1 gold. Boom. See, I told you guys that we'd get those coins back. Let's go deeper. We're getting kind of close to the end of the level. Another merchant, guys. He's going to have 3 loot and 2 potions. The Seer's Blade. Almost a dagger. Warhammer. Longsword. Damn, we got a weaponsmith here. An energy potion. Ooh, I want that. And another energy potion. Damn. So the Seer's Blade is one of the unique loot that's found in the Spire of Zogar. It weighs 1. It costs 5. It's a primary hand weapon. And it says when you defeat an enemy with the Seer's Blade, you may reveal the next card in the enemy deck. Okay. See, that's just not that good. It's like, okay, so you can reveal the next card and see what's coming next. I mean, okay, you're still going to have to fight it anyway. So I don't really know. I don't know. That's just not... Yeah, that weapon kind of sucks. We definitely don't want that. I do want this, though. So let's spend 1 gold and scoop up this energy potion, and we'll let him keep everything else. That's cool. I like when the merchants are thematic like that. He's just like a weaponsmith. He's got all these really cool weapons. Cool. We're going to leave him behind and keep going deeper. We got a savage encounter that I definitely don't want to do. I'm going to push my luck, and I have a feeling it's an ambush. Except it's not. It's a savage encounter. Oh, no. It says, there's no escaping this vile creature. Draw 4 enemy cards and discard the 3 enemies with the least health. You must fight the remaining enemy that has the most health. And if tied, the player chooses. And you add the dungeon level plus 3 to their health. Okay, so we've got to look at the top 4 enemies and pick the one with the most health. We got 5, 11, a pit trap, and 5. So we're going to have to go with the gray ooze, unfortunately. And let me make sure we're not missing anything over here. We got dodge, axe, mastery, shield block, success. We got parry under there. We could parry, potentially. Okay, so we're going to add the dungeon level, which is... Are we in 2 right now, guys? This got bumped. We are in 2, right? Uh-oh. Wait, yeah, because we did this one at the end of level 1, and then we did this because of the clearing that we got. Yeah, we're in level 2. Okay. So it's 2 plus 3, so 5 to the health of this guy. So he's got 16 health. My goodness. That is a lot of health. Okay, he's got 16. Put a 6 on him. So the Gray Ooze says that you gain an affliction if the Gray Ooze successfully deals damage during its initial attack. Not great, guys. We're going to block 2. We're going to block 1 from the shield and then plus 1 more for our shield block on initial attack. So we're blocking 4. He's got 2 strength, so it's going to be minus 2 to his roll. See what he does. Okay, he does exactly 2. Minus 2 is 0. Thank goodness, guys, because we would have gained an affliction right there, and we do not want that at all. We get to retaliate here. I'm going to spend all 3. Since we've picked up the Cinderblade, I don't think we fought any enemies weak to fire, unfortunately, huh? No enemies weak to fire since we picked it up. Okay, we're going to roll 3 dice here. 6s deal 7 damage. We got to keep that in mind. We need a big hit right here. It finally happened, guys. It wasn't versus the consuming mass, but it finally happened. Tell me this isn't the most game night thing you've ever seen on the channel, dude. Oh my god. Are you kidding me, dude? Is there something I could do to reroll? I got like a thing I could use to reroll. No, I don't think I do. You've got to be kidding me, dude. 3 damage. Oh my god, dude. You can't make it up, guys. Like, we need a big roll right here, dude. Roll the lowest thing you could possibly roll. Okay, the Gray Ooze is going to retaliate. He's like, is this guy kidding? So we're blocking 2 and 1. That's 3. Minus is 2, so -1 to his roll. He misses. He is so flabbergasted. He's like keeled over in laughter. He just completely misses. Okay, we're going to attack. I'm going to spend 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can do better than 3 damage. See if we can get this. There we go, guys. 6s deal 7. So that's 10. 15, we took him down. Okay. That makes up for it. That makes up for it right there. Whew. We had to spend 6 energy to take this guy down. He's got a treasure class of 1, so we're going to get... Ooh, do I want to get a loot? Not really. You know what we could do? I'm gonna drink the energy potion. You may discard this card to gain 2 energy, and Ziggy is whining to get out. Hold on, guys. There's a Ziggy cameo in every Iron Helm playthrough now, I swear. There we go. Jeez. I need to stop letting him in here with me when I start these recordings. Midway through every playthrough, he hears somebody out in the house, and he is just dying to get out. All right. Cool. So we spent the energy potion. We're going to heal for 2. And you guys probably like it. You guys might like the Ziggy cameos. And then we're going to get that loot. Give me a health potion. Bam. Oh, the Iron Helm. So the Iron Helm does the same thing that the shield does, except with the shield block gives us an extra damage mitigation. It does way less, which is cool. But yeah, we can't hold it because we're at 8 encumbrance, and this would put us at 10. That would put us over 9. We got to drop it, unfortunately. That is very unfortunate. Cool item. It's the name of the game. And we're going to get this one over here, and I believe we got 4 now, right? Yeah, we got 4. All right. We're going to keep on going. That was a savage encounter with the gray ooze. Dude, the triple ones, man, I swear. Ambush, we're going to do it. We're going to add 2 to the health of a sentinel. Okay, this is one of the Beasts and Burdens enemies. So he's going to have 10 HP. It says if you defeat a sentinel, you gain 1 icon. Really, really cool. He is weak to fire. Let's go. We get the jump on him. We are going to spend 2 energy, I think. So we're going to get to roll 2 dice. We're going to get +3 damage to the sum of our attack rolls versus enemies weak to fire. And we get +3 because we're ambushing. So we're getting +6 damage here. Go ahead and roll. And +9, 15. He's dead. Very, very dead. He is burnt to a crisp. We're going to get 2 gold from him. So 1 here. And this will go back up to 20. Like so. And then we're also going to get 1 treasure. And I'm hoping for that healing potion. Can we even hold it? Yeah, we can hold 1. Give me the health potion. Ooh, this is a new item, dude. Shield of Draining. Once per dungeon level, you may block all initial damage and gain 3 health? Dudes, we got to pick this up, right? Dudes, we got to pick this up because this will still work with shield block. So we'll still block a damage. It's only initial. So I guess it won't matter as much, but once per dungeon level, you may block all initial damage and gain 3 health. Dude, that's insane. Shield of Draining. We're going to overlay that on top of 6th Sense so we can see that awesome artwork. That is sick, guys. That is sick. And we get the Sentinel over here. And dudes, we got 5 in the grave. What a good enemy. And he gives us 1 icon? Are you kidding me? This guy's amazing. Let's go. We're going to flip these 5. We're going to get a skill. What do we want here, dudes? I'm kind of thinking Treasure Hunter. You know what? Yeah, I think I want Treasure Hunter. Whenever you gain a gold for defeating an enemy, you also gain an energy. That's just crazy. We're going to go with that. So we're going to add that here. Dude, this is sick, dude. The Shield of Draining. Dude, once per dungeon level, you may block all initial damage and gain 3 health. That's insane, dude. That's so good. Okay, I kind of roll back what I said earlier. There are some insane loot in this adventure. That is awesome. Okay, we've got the False Idol. We got to ignore the False Idol, man. We got to move up 1 space on the morality track and lose a health. We got to do it. We're a pious gnome cutthroat, if that's a thing. Cool. We made it through level 2. We're going to go ahead and shuffle up the dungeon deck. And we're going to get ready for level 3. Get this nice and mixed up. Dudes. Oh, also, this weighs 2. So we're at 2, 5, 7. We're down to 7. Dude, we could hold 2 potions if we wanted. Oh, man, we could have had the Iron Helm now. Oh, that would have been so cool. Dude, I mean, hindsight's 2020. If we would have dropped the shield and picked up the Iron Helm, and then we would have gotten the Shield of Draining right after, oh, we would be completely decked out. That would have been the icing on the cake, dude, the cherry on top. Getting the Iron Helm. Man. Oh, well, that's okay. We got slots open for if we find, like, the magic ring, or we got potion slots open, stuff like that. Okay, we're going to eat a ration, gain an energy. We are going to gain no more poison because we got Fortitude anyway. We've only got 1, but we got Fortitude, so you don't gain any more poison. And then we're going to move up into level 3. We're going to draw a plot card, and it is... Dude, what is happening? You guys watched me shuffle this. It's just variance. I mean, it's just some random thing that can... I've got the weirdest, strangest luck, guys. I say it all the time. My life is just a giant anomaly. The bone pile. In the center of the clearing, there is a large pile of bones. They are stacked in such a way that you assume someone or something placed them this way. Search through the pile or ignore the pile of bones. Well, this one makes us move down on the morality track, but I want to see what it says because I don't think I've ever seen this. You spend some time to search the pile for anything of value. Doing so destroys the structure. Maybe I've seen this? I don't know. Gain 1 potion and 2 gold, but spend 1 energy and move down 1 spot on the morality tracker. So we can't do that because it's going to move us down on the morality tracker. So we have to ignore the pile of bones. Something tells you that you should leave this one alone. Move up 2 spots on the morality track and we gain 3 icons. So we're going to go up to 8. Dude, let's go. If we could draw into a clearing again, like we did in level 2. Bam. Ooh, Mushroom Grove. Hey, first one of the adventure. You have located a grove of young mushrooms. Let's go ahead and roll. Please no poison. This guy loves to eat poisonous mushrooms, by the way. He never learns his lesson. Okay, maybe he finally has gained 2 rations. That is incredible. Let's go. Okay, we'll go deeper in. This might be the last level. There it is. A clearing. Anything can happen in a clearing. Draw and resolve a plot card. Is this going to be it, guys? Is this going to be the other new one? Dude, what are the odds of that? What? Guys, what are the odds of that? You watched me shuffle. I drew all 5 of the new ones. They have the little, like, tendril icon. What are the odds of that? Someone tell me what the odds of that are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus 5. There's 19 cards, and 5 of them got shuffled to the top. I don't know. Ask ChatGPT or something. That's insane, guys. That's insane. So weird. Anyway, okay. The hovel. In the clearing, you spy a small shack in what looks like a fire pit. On closer inspection, you notice a corpse and some scattered bones. Just then, you hear movement inside the makeshift hut. We can charge in, or we can sneak past. If you charge in, it says you ambush your foe by charging into the hut. You draw an enemy card and resolve. You get to attack first, ignoring their initial damage, and you add the dungeon level to their health. And upon victory, you gain an additional loot card and 3 gold. Or we can sneak past. You spend some time to slowly traverse the jagged rocks on the perimeter of the clearing. You make your way to the passageway and escape. Lose 1 energy. Let's fight, guys. Wait, can we fight? It doesn't say that we move down on the morality tracker, so we can do it, right? So we ambush our foe by charging into the hut. So we're going to draw an enemy card and resolve it. We get to attack first because we're ambushing them. We're going to ignore their initial damage and add the dungeon level to their health. So 3 to the health of, what should be a pit trap? A zombie. Oh, that's kind of cool, man. It's like the guy that lived there. He's just in his hut. He got zombified. Okay, so he's got plus 3 health? Yeah, because of the dungeon level 5. Okay, so we get to attack first here. I'm going to spend 2. We're going to roll 2 dice. 6s deal 7. So that's 7 plus 4 is 11. He is extra dead. He's more than double dead. We're going to get not only his 1 loot, but it also says upon victory, you gain an additional loot card and 3 gold. So we're going to gain 3 gold. Take out the D12 again. There we go. And we're going to gain 2 loot cards. What do we get? A health potion. Amazing. And an ice hack. Oh, man. You know what, guys? We could throw this at Zogar. We're going to drop the Cinder Blade. In case we run out of energy, we could end up throwing that at Zogar. That would be sick, because it says you may discard this card to deal 3d6 damage while spending 0 energy. It also says we get plus 3 to the sum of our attack rolls versus enemies weak to ice. We get 1 icon, man. We get 1 icon. Almost. We almost got there off of the back of the clearing. But that is just so crazy, guys, that we pulled all 5 of the new plot cards. It's actually really neat, because many times when I do these extra adventures, we don't see any of the new plot cards, and I'm always like, man, I really wanted to see them. So that's just insane that we literally got all 5 of them in a row. Okay, we got the altar. Sometimes a sanctuary is found in the least expected place. You stumble to the altar and pray for blink. This is our first one of the game, by the way. We can gain a blessing token, 2 energy. We can remove poison, or we can move up 1 space on the morality tracker. Since these other ones, I've mentioned this in the other playthroughs, since these other ones don't drop your spot on the morality track, we're not going to pray for favor. We're as high up as we can go. We're going to pray for strength and gain 2 energy, because our energy is getting a little bit low. Okay, let's keep on going. Once it gets around that like halfway point, I start getting a little nervous. We got an arrow trap. We're going to do it. We're going to go ahead and roll. We've got dodge by our side, and we keep getting really unlucky and rolling 1. So instead of 2 poison, we're going to gain 1. That is unfortunate, man. Haven't had good luck with the arrow trap in this entire adventure, I feel like. Not just this one playthrough, but the whole adventure with the gnome. We got a campsite again, so Matilda is going to cook for us. She's going to heal us 1, and she's also going to give us an energy. And I think I want to cook. We could spend a ration to gain 3 energy. So let's cook. We'll spend a ration. We'll gain 3 energy. 1, 2, 3. And we're only missing 1 energy now. Very good. We're getting close to the end here, guys. We're about to make it to Zogar. We got an ambush. We're going to do it. We're going to add the dungeon level 3 to the health of... Oh, man, a fire troll. He's got 13 HP. It says you may avoid this conflict by spending 2 rations. I don't think I want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. We're just going to fight him. We get the jump on him, and he's weak to ice. Good thing we picked up the ice hack and dropped the Cinder Blade. So we're going to fight him. I'm going to roll 3 dice. We're going to spend 3 energy. We're getting plus 3 from the ambush and plus 3 from the ice hack since he's weak to ice. So we're doing plus 6 damage to him. And, oop, I dropped one off the table. It's rolling across the room. It landed on a 6 on the floor, but we're going to roll it again. And we got a 4. Ooh, it was almost on a 1 there. So we got, oops, that was a 6. So we got 10 plus 5 is 15 plus 6 is 21 damage. That is a hit. That's some kind of record right there. That's a boss killer, dude. Let's go. So we took down the fire troll, who's almost like a little mini boss of sorts. There we go. He drops 2 gold. So this is going to go from 3 up to 5. Like so. And then he's got a treasure class of 2. So I could get gold instead of a loot and then a potion. But you know what? I think I'm going to draw the loot. Oh, also, what are we at? We got 2, 5, 7, 8. So we're at 8. I guess let's just draw a loot and see what we get for fun. Oh my god. A magic ring. Not even for fun because it's amazing and we can get lucky and get the magic ring. So we're at maxed out encumbrance. And once per dungeon level, you may avoid an ambush. And then we also get a potion. And it is an ice shard potion. Right there. Okay. We're going to get this guy in our graveyard over this way. We're going to continue deeper in. We've got a skirmish. I think I'm going to Sixth Sense and see what's the other way. So once per dungeon level, you can either avoid an ambush or reveal both dungeon cards and choose one to resolve. So let's go ahead and do that. And we got a savage encounter. So we're going to go with the skirmish. I'm glad I didn't push my luck there. It says that you draw your weapon and are ready for battle. Draw an enemy card and add the dungeon level to their health. So 3 to the health of a Wraith. Cool. So 10 health on the Wraith. It says that initial damage and counter strikes both steal 1 blessing. Also, I apologize if you guys can hear commotion in the background. There's some people at my house and they're being loud and talking. Hopefully you guys can't hear that. It says initial damage and counter strikes both steal 1 blessing. So that might actually happen because they're going to get to attack first. They do 3 damage. Ooh, but we can block it all with the Shield of Draining if we need to, guys. So they're going to attack first. They do 3, but we're blocking 2. And then let's double check shield block. It says, hold on, let me see. It says you subtract an additional 1 point from initial damage when you have a shield or buckler equipped. Okay, so we are going to block an extra initial damage. So that's going to be 3 extra damage. So it's basically 0 to its roll. So whatever it rolls. Ooh, okay, it's going to do 1 damage. Do we want to just let it do the damage and lose the blessing? Is this once per dungeon level? No, let's just use it, man. Let's use it because we might not get another chance to do it. So once per dungeon level, you may block all initial damage and gain 3 health. So we're going to block that damage. We would gain the health, but we're already at full. And then we're going to retaliate. I'm going to spend 3 energy. And it's just going to be whatever we roll here. We're not getting any bonuses. And oof, we do 8 damage. We put it down to 2. Yikes. Okay. Where's the 2 on this thing? There we go. Okay, we put it down to 2. Not great. The Wraith is going to retaliate. It's going to roll. We're going to block 2 from the scale armor. So it's doing +1 to its roll. And it does 4 + 1 is 5. Holy crap. Uh-oh, guys. Oh, no. Please don't let the game fall apart right here. That would be so bad. Initial damage and counter strikes both steal a blessing. That is brutal. The Wraith is actually brutal, man. What a tough enemy. I'm going to spend 1, and we're going to roll 1 die. Come on, man. Yes, okay. I was about to say anything but a 1, but I didn't even want to utter those words because you know what follows after I say that. We took it down. We're going to get a loot and a potion. The loot is a freaking mimic. You may avoid this conflict by spending a ration. Here, eat this. Leave me alone. There we go. And we also get a potion, and it is an antidote. You know what? I'm going to drink the health potion. So we can discard this to gain 4 health, but we also gain an extra health from Matilda, and we gain an extra health from Fortitude. So it gains a 6 health. So we heal all of our life back, and then we're going to scoop up the antidote. Nice. And then we get the Wraith in our grave, and we got 3 in the grave, dude. Should we just use it to get whatchamacallit for the heck of it? We may as well just use it and get dual wield just cuz. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. We may as well. We're going to use it. We're going to snag dual wield. Also, I've been forgetting to give myself energy with Treasure Hunter. Ooh, I should double check that. I should double check that. Since we got Treasure Hunter, what have we killed? What have we killed? We killed the fire troll, I know that, and it gave us a gold. It gave us 2 gold. And what does Treasure Hunter say? Treasure Hunter says, whenever you gain a gold coin for defeating an enemy, you also gain an energy. So we would have actually gained 2 energy as well. So we're going to give ourselves 2 energy back there. Nice. I think I'm doing that right, hopefully. Okay, we're going to keep on going. We're getting close to the end here, guys. We got the Archangel. Yep, we're going to go ahead and do it. We've got 5 morality, so she'll gain us 4 health, but we're already maxed out. And the last room of the entire adventure. It's an ambush, and you know what? We're going to magic ring and skip right past it, guys. We're getting ready to go to Zogar, dudes. But before we do, we need to complete the end stage actions here. So we've got to eat a ration. We're going to gain 1 energy. We do have 2 poison, but with fortitude here, we don't gain poison. It says you no longer increase your poison level at the end of the round. So that's good. So we're going to stay at 2 poison. We're going to end up getting these back just because we don't need them, but we'll put them up right. We're going to move into level 4, and we're going to draw our final plot card, and it is in dire need. Loud squealing echoes off the cavern walls in the clearing. You see a small pig-like man being cornered by a large gray serpent. We've got to defend him. You dash to the rescue of this is a terrible one to get right before the boss. You dash to the rescue of the feeble creature, but the serpent was a greater foe than you first thought, and you were bitten badly before striking the fatal blow to the reptile. Lose 3 health and gain a poison token. 1, 2, 3. We gain a poison token, which means we've got 3 poison, so we gain an affliction. It's gluttony. There can never be enough food in front of you, and your stomach has become an insatiable pit. Even the most basic of tasks are becoming a distraction to your cravings to fill your mouth with sweet meat, buttery cheese, and fruitful wine. Also, it says sweat meat instead of sweet. That is, I know it's a typo, but that is disgusting. That is an unfortunate typo. At the end of each level, you now require 2 rations of food. For each ration you do not consume, you lose 3 health. Good thing we got this right after we went through that. So we're not worried about that anymore. Also, you move up 2 on the morality track. What the frickin' do? And we gain 2 icons, so we're going to the boss. Man, we went through a hefty amount of plot cards in this adventure. Also, Matilda was supposed to lose a morale when we got hit really hard earlier by that wraith, I think it was, or whatever it was that hit us. What hit us? Was it a wraith? Yeah, it was that wraith. Okay, guys, this is it. We don't have any blessing tokens, so we're not going to get any blessings, unfortunately. The wraith stole it, our one and only blessing. And here he is, the big bad dude himself, Zogar. So we're going to have 24 HP. Guys, I can't believe we're already at Zogar again. I feel like we were just at him with our other character just recently. We're already here again. Zogar is immune to holy fire and ice attacks, so our ice hack is not going to do much good. And it says whenever Zogar rolls doubles, you lose 2 energy, which is another reason I wanted to pick up the ice hack so that we can throw it in case we lose all of our energy. He's got 4 attack damage, treasure class of 2, and he drops 5 gold if you defeat him. So this is it, guys. This is the final climactic ending to the adventure with the gnome cutthroat of the beetle. Zogar gets to attack first, guys. He's doing 4 damage, but we're blocking 2 and 1 because of our shield block, so he's got +1 to his roll. Please be gentle. 2 + 1 is 3. Okay, it's pretty gentle. Matilda is going to lose another morale. And we've got to be careful, guys, because we're at 3 poison, and we've got 6 health. So we're at 3. Oh, this is not good. You know what we could do, actually? Antidote. Never mind. Antidote. Get this crap out of here. Kidding me? There we go. Good thing we picked this up. Oh my god, I just realized I had it. I just remembered I had it. Okay, nice. Hopefully that'll keep us in the game. I was actually feeling like we're about to just lose the game. We do have parry in case we really need to use it too. Let's spend 3 energy. We need a big attack. I know last time I said that it didn't go over too well, but we really do. We really need a big attack. Let's make sure we're not forgetting anything. We could use Berserk to do extra damage, but yeah, I don't want to do that just yet. Axe Mastery. Oh, we've got Axe Mastery, so we could, now that we got the Ice Hack again, we can re-roll die results of 1 and 2. Axe Mastery is going to come in clutch. Okay, let's see what we get. Nice. We got 13 damage, man. So we're going to put him down to 11. It's over half of his health. If we could just do that one more time, we got this in the bag. Zogar is going to retaliate. -2 from scale armor, so he's doing +2 to his roll. Come on. 1 + 2 is 3. Oh my god, we would have been dead. We would have been dead. We're at 3. We would have died to poison if it wasn't for that antidote. Guys, we've got to kill him right here. I'm going to spend 3 energy. 2, 3. Plus, we're going to use Berserk. So Berserk says you may spend 2 health. No, guys. You know what we're going to do? Dude, we're going to go nuts. Watch this. This might be a bad idea. Should I do this? We're going to go crazy, guys. Add 5 damage if you throw your axe. It says you may spend 2 health to add an additional die to your attack roll, but I don't think that's actually an attack roll if we throw it. You may discard this card to deal 3d6 damage. Ooh, is that too risky? We got to do it, guys. It's going to be so sick if we get it. Okay, we're going to throw the axe. This is so risky, guys. We could throw the whole run right here, but it's going to be so epic if we get it. We're going to throw the axe, discard this card to deal 3d6 damage. And then we're going to add 5 damage if we throw our axe with Berserk. Come on, dude. Come on. That's 5. 6 plus 5 is 11, guys. We hit it right on the freaking nose, dude. We took down Zogar with the ice hack throw to the face. Oh my god, for exact lethal. Let's freaking go, dude. That's such a bad roll, too. It's a good thing we had Berserk. Oh my god, dude. Incredible. So epic. Dudes, let's freaking go. We took down Zogar, so we're going to discard this. We get Berserk over here. Oh my god, guys. We get 2 loot. Okay, so we're going to get, so we got 3, 5, 6 right now. So we're going to get a loot. We get the keepsake. That's going to bring us up to 7. And then we get a potion. And this is all going to count towards our points at the end of the game here. I'm going to go up to 8 with the holy water. And we get 5 gold. So this is going to go from 5 up to 10. We almost maxed out this D12 also. 30 extra gold on top of the coins that come with the game. Which, how many come with the game? I always forget. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 gold in the game. Okay. Plus our 30. So we've got 42 gold. Oh my gosh, guys. Then we get Zogar over here. Incredible, dudes. That is absolutely insane. So we could tally up our score here. Let me grab the book. The only thing that kind of sucks is I don't remember how many enemies we killed. Oh, I guess we can tally it up. I think I did it last time. Let me grab the book. Let me get the book out of here. There we go. Okay. We're going to tally this up. I think I tallied it up based on how many of the skills we have. And there might have been like an enemy or 2 left over. I think we had the head of one enemy from the second adventure, and then we had Malicious Head from the last adventure. So I know those are 2 extra enemies on top of whatever this is. So here, we'll put a 2 over here with Zogar to know that we had at least 2 extra. Can't remember from the first one, so we might short ourselves a little bit, but let's see, guys. So it says if you are triumphant, you win the game and you calculate your final score as follows. This is so exciting. This is awesome. So it says 1 point for each health and energy token you have left. Okay, so we've got 3 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's 8. I should do this on my calculator on my phone. Okay, let me see. Let me whip out the old calculator. Oh, look, 124. I think that was my score from last time. That's the last time I used my calculator. I'm pretty sure we had 124 last time. Okay, cool. So we're going to clear it. So we got 8 right there. It was 1 point for each health and energy. So 3 health, 5 energy. 3 points for each gold coin. So what I say we had 42 times 3. What is that? That's 126, I think. Yeah, 126. So plus 126 equals, okay, 134. Then we've got 2 points for each enemy. I did do that math, right? I did do that math right? 42 plus 42 is 84 plus 40, 100. Yeah, 126. Okay, want to make sure. And then we got 2 points for each enemy defeated. Okay, so that's 3 right here that we know of because Zogar counts as 1. Then Militia, and then whatever the enemy was beforehand, I can't remember what it was. It might have been the other boss too. I don't remember. But yeah, so that I think it was the other boss. It was like the molten dude, magma golem giant guy or whatever he is. So that's 2 points for each enemy defeated. So that's 6 right there. So we're going to do plus 6. Plus, we can figure out how many other enemies we killed that we had in our graveyard based on how many skills we have. So we started out with 6 cents. Let's get all the brawn ones first because those required 3 enemies. Okay, so we got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Times 2 is 36. Okay, so that's 36. And then these required 5 each, so that's 10 more. Plus 10. Okay, we got that figured out. And then points equal to the cost value of all items you possess, including loot, potions, and trappings. So that's 5 gold, 6 gold. Dude, that's a big gold item right there. So that's 11. Plus 3 is 14. 15. Plus 2 is 17. Okay. And then, so yeah, points equal to the cost of all items you possess. And then it says points equal to the dungeon level on which you won the game multiplied by 2. We won on dungeon level 4. Multiplied by 2 is 8. So plus 8. And then, oh, we finally get to do this, guys. Points equal to your position on the morality tracker. A negative position will subtract points. We finally get to add points. So plus 5. It's not much, but I feel like this should be like your position on the morality track times 3 or something. You know? Equals 216. Oh my goodness, guys. What was our other score? I already freaking forgot, guys. I got a freaking goldfish memory. Was it 214? So did we beat it by 2 points? Did we beat it because of the morality, guys? Let's go. 216. Dude, 61 plus. We're so far ahead of that. We're like more than 3 times ahead of that. Fortress. You retire to a small cliffside castle with miles of land, a full staff of servants, and a keep full of treasures. I think this is probably intended for like one single adventure because this, you know, this little booklet came out, this rulebook came out with the base game of Iron Helm. So typically you're not going to get scores into like the hundreds like this, but still, it's still fun to do, man. So we retire to a fortress. So let's go, guys. The Gnome Cutthroat of the Beetle, it actually paid off to be good, man. We made it out with 5 morality. That is completely insane. What a fun adventure, guys. Super, super fun. Hey, man, if you enjoyed this playthrough, be sure to hit the thumbs up like button, hit the red subscribe button, and click the bell so you can stay updated every time I upload brand new videos. And we'll have some more Iron Helm playthroughs coming in the near future, guys. We've been doing a lot of Iron Helm lately, so I think I'm going to switch over and maybe give it a little bit of a break, but don't fret. We are definitely going to get back to more Iron Helm in preparation for Jason Glover's new game, Underquest, which is coming out sometime this year, fingers crossed. So yeah, we're going to get back to more Iron Helm. So thank you guys so much. The support for Iron Helm has been incredible. I'm not really one to like worry about view counts and all that kind of stuff. I just play the games that I enjoy, and if people watch it, it's cool. But I have noticed an uptick in views and subscribers and everything, like interaction on the channel since I've gone back to uploading primarily Iron Helm. So thank you guys so much. It's really cool to see that you guys enjoy the game so much because it's one of my absolute favorite games to play, and that's why I've been playing it so much. So thank you guys so much for being here for the ride. It's been amazing, and there's more to come, guys. So until the next one, have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next video.